Welcome to the Accountancy Learning AAT sample paper video debriefs. I'm Sarah, and in this video I'll take you through the Introduction to Bookkeeping, Sample Paper 1, Task 11. So this task is all about totalling and balancing ledger accounts. So the question gives us a supplier account which is ready to be totalled and balanced at the end of October. So first of all, in part A, we're asked to identify the entry required to record the closing balance on the 31st of October. So we're looking here for the closing balance. And remember, the closing balance, we can use our two C's, is going to be our carried down balance. So if you think of closing, and we've got two C's there, so whenever you're asked for the closing balance, you're looking for the carried down balance. So we've got our balance carried down. So then what we then need to do is work out what that amount is going to be. So to do that, we need to find the balancing figure. So our total on the credit side is higher than the total on our debit side, so we can do 26523 is those two added together. And we need to find then what will be our balance carried down over here to then find our balancing figure. So we'll take the 144 away from the 6523 to give us 6379 as our amount. And you can see the carried down is on the debit side. Part B then says calculate the total amount that will be entered in each debit and credit column after the closing balance has been recorded. So as part of our balancing off, both sides have the same total, and it's always the highest total between debits and credits, and then balancing figures are made. So in this instance we've got 6,523 as the totals. And the last part of this task is the following two accounts are in the general ledger at close of day on the 31st of October. So we're given account GL020 and GL038. Part C asks us to identify the entries required to record the opening balance in each account on the 1st of November. So just like in here where we were looking at closing balances carried down, the opening balance has to be the opposite. That's going to be our brought down balance, which is then the starting balance on the 1st of November. So for both of these, it's going to be balance brought down, because we're looking for the opening balances. So then for the amounts, for GL20, if we were to balance this account off, we would have to find the balancing figure here for our carried down balance, which would be 2,448, which then becomes our 1st of November brought down balance. So it'd be 2,448, and brought down is on the debit side. And then we can do the same for account GL038. What is our balancing figure? So this time it's going to be carried down on the debit side, and the balancing figure is 560. So the amount that we put in as our answer is 560. And then because we've carried it down at the end of October, we're going to bring down at the beginning of November that same amount, and this time it's on the credit side. So for these tasks, it's really important that you can remember what the difference is between the closing balances, which is our carried down balance, and our opening balances, which is our brought down balance. And that concludes task 11.